What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. I'm here with the boys. We got Cove, Showtime, and Caleb. Fellas, what's going on?
We're good.
Everybody's good here. All right, so listen, we were talking about this before we went live, so I just want to jump right on it. Cove, you came in kind of like the tail end of it. Right, so yesterday was the World Baseball Classic.
Yep.
Now, I know, like, Cove you can relate to this feeling a little bit because you've been seeing, you guys just went through the Olympics, Team Canada, and this is not like a rubbing it in moment, but they didn't win the gold, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. did,
Yeah.
but that's Canada's sport, right? Baseball is America's sport, right? So America not winning the World Baseball Classic, it just, or only having won it once since the World Baseball Classic's inception, it's kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't look too great for us. And there's just a lot of reasons, right? And so we were talking about everything from effort, right? So here's another thing, right? So this is actually not DeRosa's first time coaching it. It's his second time. And he still didn't know the rules, right? So, right? Okay, so our manager has coached in 2 World Baseball Classics and still doesn't know the general rules of the game, right?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Bryce Harper was in the news at the beginning of it, and he was comparing it to Olympic baseball and saying like it's not as big a deal as like the Olympics, right?
It's a bigger deal, I would say.
I think so too. It's right, like nobody talks about Olympic soccer. They talk about the World Cup, right? But I get it. To each their own. But the point is, it seems like, like the U.S. just really, the effort didn't match the lineup. Let's say it like that, right? We went in there with one of the best lineups we could have.
I mean, you could see other countries just showing more passion. These guys are just on the bench, just like whatever, pretty much.
Like from the opening speech to the team from Aaron Judge, which was all over ESPN everywhere, which was like, he basically talked at this level. There was no energy in it. It was just like a terrible speech. Like from that through management not knowing it to players on the team saying it's not that big of a deal. Like, it just feels like for our sport, America is not really buying all the way in, And so, like, how do we fix that?
I will make a poke at it since you brought Canada into this. Your right fielder needs to hit a ball.
Cal Raleigh, right? Cal Raleigh hit nothing the whole time. Aaron Judge in the championship game, Aaron Judge got K'd 3 times.
Yeah.
K'd, like
sombrero, pretty much.
Bro, at least pop out trying to hit a home run. Like just getting K'd, like and so I'll jump right on board with you and I'll put it there like this because I made a post about people being clutch or not, or who's the least clutch, and I added Aaron Judge to that list today because we're now.
I mean, how do you feel though outside of that? His performance in this game, and you as a Yankees fan, how do you feel about him clutch when he needs to be?
Well, so look, I'm going to say this as simple as I can. Aaron Judge is an all-time great Major League Baseball player already. Yeah. He is not an all-time great New York Yankee. Period.
You definitely talk yesterday.
Like for us, a part of being an all-time great, ATG attached to your name in the Yankees means that you perform. Period.
Yeah. Like because he doesn't have the ring. Yeah, he has the all-time. He has the regular season success.
Like he's got the numbers to back it up, but he doesn't have the success in the moments.
Yeah,
and like we could accept losing another way, but you've got the captain. Like come on, bro. Like No, so from a Yankees perspective, like we're not giving him any slack as New York Yankees fans at all.
Mhm.
It can't be at this point. But so what do we do? Okay, like so Showtime. We were talking about this off air. Now, what was your thought? How do we make this better, or like how do we fix it from the American side?
It starts with manager. It starts with the manager. DeRosa cannot be close to this team. Cannot. Like, dude goes on air on hot stove before games. Like, no, that's not gonna cut it. He has his own show that he get him away from USA.
He's just not like. Honestly, you know who they need? You know they need like you'll like this
or something. I don't know,
like a Bochy.
Yeah,
that's a good choice. Yeah,
somebody who's not gonna like. It's gonna be like no shit taking. Like, all right, either you're in or you're out, right? And like that has to be the mentality. It can't be like there can't be the leisure of like players coming and going as they want. Like. You're here for the World Baseball Classic. You're all in. That's it.
Exactly.
Like, it just, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of these teams let a lot of their players go into these, into this tournament all the way. It looks like the Americans are the only ones who kind of like, are like, okay, whatever you say, we'll accept. Like, I don't know, man.
I mean, there's team restrictions to it also, so like you can't put all the blame on the players and the manager, but like it's kind of whack.
Well, who else can you put it on if not the players and the manager?
I don't know. It's not the blame on just one person, I would say.
No, it's just an all around like
exactly. Yeah.
We have to. There has to be like so there have to be like certain rules, right? Like. Established between the World Baseball Classic and the MLB teams or with Team America, like you need to just like we need to have this conversation. Like if Tarek Skubal's not going to be available for all of it, then he's just not going to be available, and that's fine.
And the thing is, like he was on the bet. He was in Miami for both of those games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's what's horseshit about it.
Yeah, and
like he's like, oh, I want to be there for the boys, but I can't pitch. Like what?
Like. I heard there was video of him like drinking a beer at one point. Like what's going on? You see the way everybody else cares, right? And like
but this is what I was trying to point out. Like last time we were talking about the USA team. It's not the best of the best because they're not putting out their best. They're just there.
That's true.
Well, and this is exactly what we're discussing.
But that's what I was talking about last week when you guys were like, oh, okay. But like to see where I was coming from. This is what I was talking about. This is why your team did not succeed is because everybody was just there for themselves. While everybody was wearing their country on their chest. USA was just meh.
Well, and so this is right. So you just brought something up, right? If you are going to represent, and this is what this is, right? You are representing your country. Then the mindset has to be 100% effort.
Yeah, 100% effort. Yeah, they knocked it out from Dudley yesterday.
It was definitely not there yesterday.
No, it definitely wasn't.
It hasn't been there for any WBC for the US, I would say.
Listen,
besides the year they won it, like I probably can't remember that far back, but
and honestly, what was it? You guys barely beat us in our game.
Like,
we
barely beat anybody. We didn't like after like the first game or two, we didn't whoop anyone's ass.
No.
Yeah, you whooped the crap out of countries that don't even have baseball.
Yeah,
exactly.
We whooped Brazil, we whooped Great Britain, whoop-de-doo.
The teams that play soccer.
Yeah.
We beat their ass.
Mexico, cool. That was like,
That's how they feel about us when they play us in soccer. They're like, oh, those are the guys who play baseball. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to Mexico. Like they have a good team, but it's like
they definitely had a good team.
But the biggest
we still couldn't get that against Italy.
For me, with the Americans is how many Americans you had on the Italy team that could have won it all.
Well. So here's the thing, right? And
they were wearing their fucking colors right on their fucking backs. They were loving
There
it.
were a lot, so just because of the way the WBC is, there are a lot of American players that were playing for other teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just to make sure they got in there, whatever, they got more play, whatever, or they just wanted to do something different. But a lot of them were doing that.
But that's what I was talking about. Look at all of those players outside of Team USA, all the Americans that played, and you could put a team out of those guys alone, and they probably could have won the WBC.
They had Austin Wells on Team DR. Austin was killing it for the Dominicans. Dude, and he was loving it too. He was having such a good time.
So I mean, all of the Americans that were playing in this tournament that showed pride all played for every country that was not United States.
Playing for other teams. Yeah.
Yep.
Pastor Tino's an American. He's just got Italian roots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was crushing it for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But this is just what it is, right? Jorge Posada is literally the manager of Team Italy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like they're putting homegrown Italians up. But my point is just how do you go out there when everyone else is showing so much passion and having so much fun, and you're just whatever, we're here. I'm Judge. That's Harper. Oh, hey, here's Kyle. Bro, it just.
I'm just gonna say it, but that's
look.
at the point where you take DeRosa, you take him out, and bring Dave Martinez. The only guy who knows how to deal with that many fucking all-stars in one lineup is Dave Martinez.
Yeah, he won a World Series.
Yeah.
I would take Martinez as well. That's a good one. I said Bochy, but Martinez is a good choice also.
Yep.
But you need a no-nonsense, old school MLB winning manager who's just going to come in and be like, all right, come on. And they're just going to cut all the bullshit out.
Yeah, you cut out the bullshit and leave the fundamentals. That's basically what USA showed. It was just no fundamentals. They were just there because they were there.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. As a huge baseball fan, it was very frustrating.
They were the least team fun to
It was definitely frustrating to watch.
It was the least fun to watch Team USA baseball. I was supporting them obviously, but it wasn't the games were fun to watch, but they showed no pride compared to
no
other
pride whatsoever.
I wish they were inspired. Last night, my daughter was we have the area that you can sit, play, whatever on our floor in the living room. My wife and daughter were sitting down playing. Harper hits the home run. I exploded out of my chest. I was so hyped because I'm American, and I love when Team USA does something good in every sport, right? Because
especially given that they didn't do shit for 7 innings. So it's just whoa,
dude. It just it was not what I was expecting. You know what I mean? I guess by the time we got to the championship, we should have expected that because of what we saw the rest of the tournament. Yeah. But you just mentally you're hopefully something better is going to happen.
You also have Bryce Harper, who is the biggest heel ever for your squad. The guy's never going to win a championship,
bro. Literally, they don't even do baseball at every Summer Olympics, right? They didn't have it at the last one. They're bringing it back at the next one. Yeah. He literally came out and he's it's not like this is the Olympics. What are you, an idiot?
Yeah.
The fact that they were wearing the men's hockey jerseys, the men's USA hockey jerseys.
Dude, you come out in the Team USA, and they just went out and represented. You wear their jerseys, and then you just get handled?
Yeah.
Handled? I knew when Palencia came onto the mound last night, I was
he's sitting them down 1, 2, 3, and that's what.
Bro, I was he's not giving up a hit. You can see it on his face. He's dialed in. It's over. I wanted to think like that for our team, and I didn't have the chance to. I watched Palencia the night before, and I was oh, he's dialed in. It's over.
Yeah.
And I got to he's going to do this back to back. Yes, 100%. Very frustrating.
I mean, look, when Harper hit the home run, you're like, yeah, okay, we'll keep the game tied, we'll go to extras, and hopefully something happens. No, they score a run because DeRosa doesn't want to use Mason Miller for some reason.
The nerve to have Mason Miller dressed and sitting on the bench and not put him in a tie game in the championship.
It's like, oh, the Padres only would let him in a safe situation. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry for the language, but like, who gives a fuck?
Dude, like it's so.
And you can see Mason Miller and Schwarber when they got given their silver medals, they took them off
before they got to the dugout. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Mason Miller immediately took that shit off. He's like,
you know what?
Here's for a silver medal.
So Cove, I imagine, right? Because I know we always have Cove's questions, and I'm just seeing you probably have some that we didn't already touch on.
Yeah.
That we did. So let's jump into them. What do you got?
Yeah, like we had what was wrong with the U.S. lineup. We went over that one. It was more or less like this one was like Venezuela just won their first, but how does it shift the global baseball power balance now Venezuela won?
And it's a very balanced tournament.
Yeah, I think that it's just we're getting to that place where like you can say like it's more than just like where like there was a point where the U.S. was just like raping talent from other places, right?
Yeah.
The talent comes here, but now they've got real established, major league development in these countries. So these guys are getting, Venezuela and DR especially, but they have, they have baseball at such an early age, and a lot of it's just like on the European side, for instance, how like a Barcelona funds juniors and all that stuff for soccer. The major league teams are doing that in these countries now, and it's just showing that the power shift is now like as Showtime said it more balanced.
It's balanced everywhere. Everywhere has major league talent.
Yeah. We're not just like the only good Americans are good, certainly, but they're like as we just
they're
saw,
not the definitive best anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like historically, when it comes to like the Olympics and like the World Baseball Classic, you probably could put it the exact same because you can put the same kind of caliber team together. But I mean, like the Americans have only won it twice since they've ever had this.
Well, like consider it like this, right?
Well, I mean, you guys got two bronzes and one gold in the Olympics, and then one World Baseball Classic. So it's always been diverse to me. Like here, I guess, but like here's the thing: it's just that because baseball is not as consistent. Like obviously the Olympics, right? Olympics is like peak sport, but because the Olympics, the IOC chooses to not focus on baseball every Olympics. It's one of those things where it's like, well, I think it's just because of the length of the game that just makes it. Yeah, it makes it difficult, 100%. And I think it's impossible to really do a justified schedule because what are you going to get? You might get 3 games in the Olympics in the round robin. No, that's about it. Well, but so like, look, think about it like this, right? This is where we need to get with this. And this is where I think we're moving. And the only place it's not yet is in America. Everyone else that is involved with this already puts this tournament on a World Cup-like pedestal. And that's what this needs to get to, right? No one's going to say, oh, what would you rather win, the Olympic soccer or the World Cup? Nobody's going to ask that question ever because the answer is World Cup, right? Yeah. You want to get to a place where people like, oh, every 3 years, World Baseball Classic, let's go. Like, that's where you want to get with this. I mean, it's getting to that point where you just look forward to it every 3 years. Like, it's gotten that big over the last 2 years. It's like that now. That has happened. But, so you see this now. The energy is coming from these other countries. Like, and the viewership backs it up. They're already there. And they're playing like it too, right? Like that's the other thing. Team USA, and I don't know that I'm right or wrong about this, but it just seems like I don't know how else to say this. It seems like these guys never practiced baseball together in their lives. Team Japan looks like
on a team together. Yep.
Right, like when Team Japan, and they didn't even play that well in this tournament, but they play with like a familiarity where like it's like, oh, they just seem like they've been around each other.
Yeah, they've
forever.
been playing together for years. Exactly.
Same with DR, right?
Yeah.
And like it shows. Like you would think it would be like that in the US. It should be. But the problem is that we are taking like multiple, right? So you've got Schwarber, Harper, Judge, right? You've just got multiple like superstar personalities, Skeen, Scooble, like
Get some familiarity, exactly.
Yeah, but it's like
get some guys that know each other. Like doesn't have to be the best guys. Just get some guys that know each other.
Okay, so what else we got, Cove?
Which player, like the tournament MVP Miguel Garcia, became a global star in this tournament?
Global.
Who really showed up for you?
Global star.
I mean, I would say Michael Garcia, but he did already win MVP. So like he had a breakout season last year. So
I've already
Abreu, I would say too. Willie Abreu for Venezuela.
So I
not global star, but he was like one of their most important players.
I would say Julio.
Curio?
Yeah, Julio Rodriguez. He played good.
Okay. So wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna go into next. Say what you're gonna say, then I'll go into the next one.
Well, so again, like I feel like Palencia was not a household name. If you were
not nationally, no,
yeah, not a national household name, But now people are like, wait, who does this guy play for? The last two games he was dirty. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like, he has gained major notoriety in those two games. He just put those last 6 batters on Monday and Tuesday night that he just wiped out.
And just to finalize it for the classic, I'll kind of make it a 2-parter. So what was the most exciting? Was this the most exciting championship ever? And
I would say, yeah.
Should the MLB change the format like mid-season play to make WC even better?
Yes. Yes and yes.
Definitely.
Yes, for sure.
However they figure it out, they should figure it out. For it makes sense, right? Like for instance, right now the soccer leagues are all playing, right? They're all in session. They're gonna break here in like a month or two. They'll break, right? And then, then there'll be the World Cup, right?
Yeah, World Cup.
But they've been playing in season this whole time. So like when they walk into it, like they're in form, they're in like peak form. So like they're sending these guys to the World Baseball Classic, and it can be good, but right now the way that the format is, they're kind of going out there cold. So it's like, you got the MLB teams are definitely a little nervous about it. Like, what if my guy gets injured? What if he hurts himself because he's so cold from the offseason in this World Baseball Classic?
There would be none of that mid-season.
Like, I've heard people talk like this, like saying, have the World Baseball Classic take away the All-Star game. And just kind of just put that.
I mean, the All-Star game is pretty much just an exhibition and no one really cares for it. So
So you put the World Baseball Classic at show.
So this format that we've moved to in the last 2 years because of the NHL first, then the NBA following suit, I'm all for this. All-Star games, which then go to a world level. I think it's like, because if you're on X, right, and we're talking sports, what do fans from other countries always say? Oh, well, it's not a world championship, this and that. Like, that sport's only played in America. Awesome. So like what we do is we break on the North American sports during All-Star, and what we do is an international competition right in the middle of season. Like, and I love that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Here's a question, Cole. Yeah. Okay. Now let me ask this. This is a question for this is a scheduling question that just popped into my head. If they do that, right? Realistically, you got to have 2 weeks for the tournament, possibly like 3 to 7 days after for rest, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or do we just say no rest, just 2 weeks?
No, they gotta have rest.
So
They
okay,
gotta have rest.
say a 3-week tournament. Now we got to make up 3 weeks of time at the end of the season.
Extend the season a bit. Why not?
Because so we could be playing World Series baseball in like the first week of December potentially, or the last week of November. I mean, I'm all for it, I guess. Why not?
I'm up for it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that would be way more
like,
feasible than what they have right now. I'm not saying it's not good, but it's way more. There'll be way less restrictions, and that makes it way more fun.
It's like this was definitely like
with this is like NFL's doing it, because I was looking at different stadiums getting upgrades by getting roof on and added and whatnot because of like snow and whatnot. So like a lot of these arenas are now, or even for the ballparks, are going to start becoming with a roof and indoors and it's all whatever, and they'll be able to play the sport all year round in certain spots.
Yeah, the retractable style. A lot of them are going with.
Yeah. So give it about 5 years from now, when you could have the World Baseball Classic, like you said, about if they never move it, but you could have it during the off season. Like you have the World Series, then you have the World Baseball Classic is the in between before season.
I'm sorry. I got so distracted because I finally saw what it said under your name today. And I was like,
no, what?
Who are you? Who are you? What the fuck is going on?
It takes them forever to discover. It comes from nowhere. It's like somewhere's just have a sign hanging and you see how long it takes before you like read the sign.
I was like, what? Okay. So anywho, so I feel like here's the point to kind of close up the World Baseball Classic thing. I think we can all agree on this much. As now we've gotten to a place where like a large part of the world is actually genuinely excited and like fired up for the World Baseball Classic now every few years. So that's cool. Maybe it'll grow a little bit more, maybe it won't. The field, right? Maybe they'll grow the field over time. But we just need we need some refinement, right? We need them to fine tune when it is.
Also, where I would say, because you can't just always have the final in the same place. I would say, like the finals being in Miami, like I'm not gonna complain about it. Like it's a great environment, but why not have it somewhere else? Like because in Miami, it's mostly Hispanic there. Like
it would be elite to have like right 1 year it's in Japan, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be really cool. And I think that like if you did this, right? So like right there was a Team England. Now, obviously, Team England is not a baseball powerhouse, but if England hosted the World Baseball Classic, they would generate a ton of revenue, right? It would get more people over there into the sport.
Yeah.
Like it would only help. It would only help. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Right?
I mean, the USA has never really had a home crowd. Like on top of that, like I'm not saying like, that's an excuse or anything, but they've always been in hostile environments, pretty much.
Like, which doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. Like it's in Miami, and they're fighting again. They have the crowd against them, pretty much.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because I really didn't think. I was watching last night and I was like, it seems like there's like a lot of people there for Venezuela.
Yeah,
like
it's the same thing for the DR. It's all these Hispanic people that just.
Well, so right, like I'm Dominican, okay? Like my family, half my family lives on farms in Santiago right now. My father lives in Santo Domingo right now. That being said, I am American. I am American. I'm Dominican American, right? But I'm American. So I default to my country. Like I'm cheering USA, but of course it's good. I like to, I like the Dominicans show up, man, and they're excited, right? They love baseball. So it's fun to see. Like they didn't create it.
Yeah,
but
they're into it no matter what. Like they show passion regardless of what happens. And that's the thing. The
right?
US gets excited with a big moment.
Think about right. So the English created soccer, and we keep using soccer analogies today, right? But they work. But when you think about soccer, you think about like Brazilians. You know what I mean? And what they bring to the game in that same kind of energy. The Dominicans are like that same kind of way, but for baseball.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they own the sport, they love the sport, and they just bring a great energy to it. Yeah. So, it's hard to beat. All right. So now we got March Madness coming up. The real tournament kicks off tomorrow.
Yep.
So I guess Showtime, why don't you start us up? Showtime's like, what? So who are our 4 number 1 seeds? The
Duke,
number 1 overall
Arizona,
is Duke.
Michigan. Who's the other one?
You?
Dude,
so
who's the other? Florida.
Yeah. I was like, wait, who is the 4th one? Right? All right. So those are our 4 1 seeds. Duke is the overall 1 seed.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
So we got Duke is the 1 seed. The 2 seed is
there's Purdue as a 2 seed. Who else?
No, I'm saying like out of the 4 1 seeds, who would we say is the 2? Like. Right, so Duke is the overall tournament number 1 seed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who would be the number 2? I would say Arizona. I've seen a lot of people pick Arizona.
Yeah.
Then listen. So I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I'm gonna just throw my hot take out on the whole tournament right now.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, Purdue is in the same bracket as Arizona.
Yep.
Are they?
Hold on. Let me go look. Let me pull up my bracket now. I got to pull up my bracket and look before I...
Question. Hold up.
Hold on a second. Can't... Wait. Save.
Let's see.
Yeah. Purdue is in the same bracket as...
Okay, yeah, you're right.
They're in the West. So here's my hot take. I have Purdue coming out of the West.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So my final 4 is Purdue, Michigan, St. John's, and Florida.
St. John's, okay.
I know. I'm a homer. I
get it.
They were I grew up near St. John's, and so they just have a place in my heart. And the 5 seed is crazy for St. John's.
Yeah, there's some really good 5 seeds.
This tournament's going to be
it's a really stacked tournament.
Yep.
I would say for sure the right teams made it. Like there was no snubs, I would say.
Mm-mm.
Well, and so we'll see tonight. Everyone was on the whole. It's different than football, obviously, but Miami, Ohio. What'd you say?
I don't understand if this is right or not, but I was reading. So, do all 4 number 1s? Do they all win their tournaments going in, or I thought I read 2 only did?
I would think all 4 number 1s won their conference.
Or
was it just based off regular season?
Duke did.
Duke did. Yes,
Duke did.
Michigan,
Duke and Michigan won theirs.
Didn't Florida?
Florida did. I think.
And I thought Arizona did too.
I think all 4 did.
I thought they did, but I wasn't sure. Like that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, I think they all did.
Let's see.
So the thing that the placements that didn't make sense to me, but the right teams, I feel like the right teams are all there, right? Miami of Ohio has a chance, right? They might be playing right now to get in.
But was Miami screwed because who they played?
Well, it's not okay. So in this case, no, they weren't screwed. Here's the thing. It's a tricky one, right? So they reached out in advance when it's time to make schedules, and they were like, "Hey, we would like to play," and they reached out to all the to the quad 1 and 2 teams, and all the quad 1 and 2 teams were like, "No, like we're not gonna." Those schedule moves they take for a team they know they're gonna beat and beat handily. This team, after they saw them last year, they were like, "We're not too sure. No, we're not going to take that. Thank you." So they had to do all quad 3 and 4 or lower level Division 1 opponents, and they beat them all. Now, the argument is like, oh, well, maybe it's not fair. So cool. Here's the deal. You've been ranked and given the opportunity to play your way in. Yeah. So, right now, if they win tonight, they're in. Mm-hmm. And then there's nothing more to be said about it. If they don't, then they shouldn't have been.
I think they feel like because they were 13 and like they were like undefeated, that they felt like they should get a bigger rank.
I mean, they lost their one tournament game, and that could have had them out of the tournament.
Yeah, that's the reason why it happened is because they so the conference championships they lost.
So I believe if another team had won their conference instead of I don't remember exactly who it was, but if some other it was a certain team, if they would have won or lost, Miami, Ohio could have been out because they were one of the last 4 teams in.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. What conference? What conference is SMU in?
ACC, yeah.
Okay, no, and Miami of Ohio's not. They're in like Mid-Atlantic or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, they're in a super, super weak conference.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting. All right, so what do you think? Who's your final 4, Showtime?
Me? Let me check my bracket right now. Hold up.
I was going to say, I know you got a bracket already.
Yeah, I have Arizona winning it all, but I don't remember who I had in the final 4. I have
my bracket up.
I have Duke, Houston, Arizona, Iowa State.
Iowa State?
Yeah, Iowa State.
Iowa State's good.
Yeah, they are really good. They are a number 1 seed caliber team.
Yeah, no, you're right on that one. That's actually a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Caleb?
I got Duke, Iowa, and Miami and Kentucky.
Miami Hurricanes? Oh shit.
Yep, they're Hurricanes. Yep.
Respect.
Wow. I'm like looking like I think this is going to be a really fun tournament.
Yeah.
Now, Cove, did you do a bracket yet?
Not really, but I mean,
if you want, we still have space in our group, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll send the link in the group chat.
Yeah, there you go. We got a group.
I'll send it.
And you don't have to know anything.
No, you don't.
I haven't even seen the bracket. So you said
look, here's what happens that's usually good when you play in a bracket or you play in these kind of things. The guy who knows the least is always the guy who does the best. Yeah. So you're probably just going to win by default.
The guy that does it for shits and giggles is always, you just pick random teams,
Yeah, exactly. The rest of us are sitting there and I'm like,
I just wanted to see.
You overanalyze this, overanalyze that. It's right.
Bro, I do it to myself. That's I have to watch with like sports betting. Yeah. Sometimes I just like, just go with your gut. Because I'll stop.
There would be my upset. I had to look at the whatever. So I would have had Arizona in the Final 4, but I have Purdue over Arizona.
That's where I'm going. I think that's the way to listen. There's got to be a couple of big upsets.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, there doesn't have to be anything, but I think there will be.
I mean, that was one of the few questions I had for this was, what's your biggest first round upset pick?
Oh, I can tell you that now.
Mine is Texas beating BYU.
Oh, that's a really good one, actually.
That mine is Texas beating BYU because BYU is banged up and they haven't really played up to high conference, high level teams.
I'm trying
and Texas, I know they're a lower seed, and they just snuck in yesterday, but I feel like they've played a lot of good competition just looking at their schedule.
Let me see. Texas did good in that game though. They played well.
Yeah, no, it was a game winner. They pulled it out.
They pulled it out. Mm-hmm.
So the two upsets I have in the first round, and Texas is actually a really good one. I was listening to a lot of because here's the thing. What's his name? DeBansta?
Yeah.
That's all they've got on BYU.
That's all they have, yeah. They lost
They're a one-man party.
Guys.
So and he's just not that good yet.
Like he's good, but he's not like a one-man wrecking crew type of good.
No, he's not win the March Madness solo. No. Yeah. That's why.
Like obviously, like I'm looking at the East, like I'm gonna have Duke roll right through, but like I'm with you on St. John's, but they gotta play Duke. So I'm gonna go with Duke.
I don't think they get past Duke.
I don't know if they do either, but they could be the team that trips up Duke. So that's like that's a later round upset that I have. But in the first
one
round,
I had is USF over Louisville.
Let's see.
Louisville has their star guard out for at least the first two rounds. So
in the first two rounds, the closest, like the only upsets are a 9 over an 8. I got St. Louis taking out Georgia. I like the way St. Louis has been playing the last couple of weeks. And I have Iowa beating Clemson.
Okay.
I don't really have any faith in Clemson, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I didn't really have any big upsets besides that.
Yeah.
Like, what about Texas over St. Mary's?
Well, so Texas has to play, right? So Texas' first game is the one that we were just talking about. Texas is going to have to play BYU.
They get past them, they would play the winner. I think Gonzaga. Hold up. What is this?
I don't know. The one I'm looking at from like 2 days ago has Texas A&M playing St. Mary's.
No, wait.
They play the winner of Gonzaga State and Kennesaw State.
Okay.
Yeah, Gonzaga and Kennesaw.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know how.
I don't know who Kennesaw State is.
Like, I tried betting on Kennesaw State like all season long, and and they're like that team is so up and down. I can't believe I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah. I'm also saying, wow.
Yep.
So I want Purdue to win the whole tournament. I think that would shake things up. It would be fun.
Yeah.
It would also make me right, which is cool.
I got Kentucky win it.
Oh wait, I completely forgot about this. I had USF over Michigan State. I just don't think Michigan State, their defense is really good. I just don't think they can score at a high rate. And USF is like the highest paced team up there with Bama, and they just run. They can
Bama, yeah, they're good too.
So I have USF over Michigan State.
Okay, so you got South Florida beating Louisville and Michigan State.
Yeah.
And who are they meeting? UConn?
They are meeting UConn, yeah. And then I have UConn taking them out.
Okay.
Yep.
That would be really, you know what? That would be very interesting. That would be good.
Yep.
This is going to be really interesting.
USF is going into the tournament like on a super hot streak, so I feel like they can ride that hot streak and beat Michigan.
Well, you got to remember, Michigan State's got good defense.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
And they've got Izzo, so he might put together the right game plan for that.
I know it's just a hunch,
but
it's not like I'm 100% confident about it. Like it'll be a good game, but I think USF pulls it off.
I'm like trying to figure out how to clear my schedule so I can watch a lot of basketball the next 2 days. Like fuck everything else.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. What else we got? NBA, right? So the NBA actually kind of interesting. We're almost at the end of the season. I don't think anybody really realized how quickly this season kind of flew by.
Everyone, WBC, March Madness, and etc.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so much going on. The Winter Olympics and the WBC just took up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
but so like because I heard somebody talking about it, and I was like, wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, we're at about game 70. So we're just under 70 games. The average team has between about 13 and 14 games left. We're at like 68, 69 games.
Yep.
Which means at this point, it's kind of like like what you're getting with everything.
Yeah, everything's pretty much set in stone for sure.
With that being said, I want to just throw it out there. My power rankings, my top 5 teams right now, the top 2 teams back to back in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City Thunder,
they're the best
San Antonio Spurs. Me are the 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yep, there's nothing go on there too. Yep.
Right. It's kind of hard to argue that at this point. The Detroit Pistons to me are like an obvious 3, but like the number 4, I think and especially now that the Celtics have added back.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they're going to be real dangerous going into the playoffs.
If they weren't already dangerous, they're more dangerous. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then my number 5 team, and I'm a little on the fence about this, but I'll explain how I got to where I got. First, I'm a Knicks fan. I don't believe in my Knicks right now. I don't know how else to say that. But if you are a real Knicks fan, you know what I mean, and you know I mean it.
The Knicks are hard to evaluate. That's
very hard.
That's the reality.
Very up and down. And we're not supposed to be the 3rd best team in the East. Just saying. So there's that. The Cavs. I mean, what is there to be said about them? They're a 42 win
team. They got Harden and yeah.
Now,
like I said before, it depends what Harden does in the playoffs. If he can,
Harden is now known, right? We can argue what they say on a lot of sports shows now, right? What they say when an athlete is not clutch, they say that athlete has gone to Hardenville.
It's James Harden.
Right? So Hardenville is the worst place you can go as an athlete. So we already know he's not going to come through. He's not clutch.
But the thing is,
the next issue, the Rockets never went out this year and got a point guard, and they don't have so I can't look at the Rockets as a series. And at this point, KD actually said the other day, I kind of feel like I need to get out of the way and let these younger guys do their thing. And he's right. He does. He needs to be like a catch and shoot guy on the outside now for them.
But he can't be. He has to be the leader of that team. That's the thing.
Unfortunately, but he's never been a leader. The reason he liked going to the other situations with like a Steph, right, is because
he
then he
could
just ball.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly.
Right. So I can't take the Rockets serious for that reason. Yeah. And if they had their point guard, it would be a different story because he could lead the team himself, but that's not the case. Now, the next issue we got, the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers, they're good. They're a third-place team.
They've been playing good so far.
There's not many what I'll say about the Lakers is there's not many teams that have the star power that they do. With Luka, Braun, and Reed.
This is why they're tricky, right?
They're playing good. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're playing good lately.
Can they defend at a high enough level to make a run in the playoffs? That's the main question.
Definitely not. They cannot defend.
So right now, there's no way because right now, basically, their whole defense operates as smart and then anything else.
Yeah.
Right. The guy just tries to attack the ball on every play, and he does a great job at it. Don't get me wrong. He's been phenomenal. Yeah. But you can't just have that for a 7-game series.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, LeBron has started to, step back and, acknowledge it's not his team anymore. He's taking it. The ball no longer runs through LeBron, and that's helping the team, right? They're doing better. Yeah. Austin and Luka are scoring a ton of points. Yeah. They're winning a ton of games now. But I can't, from a sustainability thing again, I just don't see them for a deep playoff run, which leads me to my next best team in basketball, the Denver Nuggets, who to me are my number 5, where they may be the 8th or 9th best team in basketball right now. I have them as number 5 in my power rankings because I believe that they have enough championship DNA. And then, of course, like if Jokic is playing, Jamal Murray's been having a season already.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
And you know what you get from Jamal in the playoffs. So that's not a question.
Playoff Jamal Murray is a real thing.
Yeah.
100%. And it's just such a
they haven't even played their best ball this year. Like if they're 100% healthy in the playoffs, they could easily be a top 3 team in the West.
Well, so right now, what's this guy? Nikola Jokic has missed something like 40% of the season this year. Yeah. But while he's been healthy, he scores a triple-double almost every night.
Yeah, every night.
Which is crazy.
They haven't had their best lineup out there for long at all.
In the beginning of the season, when they did have their best lineup out, they looked amazing.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5. It seems like you guys are pretty on board with what I got going there.
For sure.
So there we go on that. So now, okay, Cove, let me ask you, because you're the hockey guy. Now we're in the same place with hockey, right? There's about 15 games left in the regular season for each team, which is just over a month of regular hockey, regular season hockey. So Cove, what are your power rankings for the NHL?
Just give me 1 second. Getting on a low battery. So
the Packers should be in the playoffs, no?
It's almost that time.
Seattle should be in the playoff for NHL. Definitely.
So the NHL playoffs run like the NHL season runs like almost exactly at the same time as the NBA season.
Yeah.
Same amount of games and everything. Hey, listen, my little girl just showed up. She wants to say hi. Hey, girl. Say hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oh, you out of here? Okay, girlfriend. It's been good. Go to mommy. No. Go mommy. My daughter's about to dominate my laptop. Go mommy. Look, mommy. She's like, no. I tried putting on a game earlier and it just didn't work. So I just looked at my TV and realized my TV's been frozen the whole time we've been talking. All right, Cove. So what do we got? The NHL Power Rankings brought to you by Cove.
I think Cove, you're on mute.
Cove, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Oh boy.
Am I mute now?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
So as I was saying,
you're on mute again. Oh boy.
Yeah, Cove.
working now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Working, but yeah.
So I got Buffalo 1, Carolina with 2. Colorado would be my 3. Anaheim being my 4. And I'd say Dallas is my 5th.
Wait. Hold on. We got the Avalanche.
Yeah.
At 1. 2,
No.
You said the Stars?
No, Sabres 1, Hurricanes 2, Avalanche 3.
Okay, who's 4 then?
Dallas. Anaheim is 4 and Dallas is 5.
Damn. So you are a hater. You put the
What?
Avs at 3?
Yes.
You gotta be a hater.
Oh my God. Okay.
No,
They were like 30.
You know hockey better than me.
They in their first 40 games, they pretty much they lost like what 3 games. They now have 13 losses and a buttload of losses, like I think 6 or 7 in OT. So these guys have lost 20 games in the last 2 months. So I mean, like they're showing average. I've told you I hated number ones from like get go. Like number ones, you win 70 games, fine, but you don't win a playoff.
So these guys are tapering off, and they're tapering off like almost close because like Dallas is only 3 points away from Colorado.
Which
So
is
give me
crazy because I feel like they had a
two
huge
more
lead.
losses, and Dallas gets 2 more wins, and they get 2 more losses. Bam, Dallas takes the Central. So that's why I'm saying you got to watch out for Dallas because Dallas is looking to take out Colorado.
You're crazy, man. I don't know. Really? It's that close? You're right. He's right. He's 100% right. It's 44 wins to 42 wins. 100% right. And the Minnesota Wild are right there, too.
Yeah, Minnesota Wild only they're 7 points back Colorado, but they're only 4 points back from Dallas.
The Pacific Division, by the way, awful.
Oh yeah, the Pacific Division is completely awful. So that's why it's where I would put Anaheim, but Anaheim is in such a bad conference right now, but they're staying afloat. Like they're staying at par as a playoff team, as a perennial number 2, like in the league.
If they can just
in the
keep
Western
themselves on top of the Pacific to get to the playoffs in like a good seed position, and bring their guys through healthy, they'll be okay.
I mean, right now, when you look at it from the Central to the Pacific, Anaheim is sitting at number 2 because they're they're winning their division. So, like, if Anaheim slips any much, they go from a 2 to a 7.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, so okay, because of the amount of wins they have.
Yeah.
If they're to fall out of first place, they basically fall to like the worst wild card position. And then they would start out by playing the Stars or the Avalanche.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got you.
So Anaheim has to keep playing the way they're playing, and then they can stay at number 2. So then they get a better position of who they're playing. Because, like, right now, when you look at it, it's always like, so Colorado and Anaheim would play the Mammoth or the Kraken right now.
So let me ask you,
Anaheim would get the Mammoth.
So the last week we were talking about this, and you had elaborated on some of the things or some of the moves the Panthers should be looking to make, possibly putting players out on loan, maybe getting Bobrovsky out to somebody. Now, they did do some stuff, right? They did move some people. What were your thoughts about what did happen at the trade deadline? And like, how do you see that affecting, the way things are shaping up now as we're looking at this playoff picture? Like, did any teams get like a bump from that where you see them maybe like a wild card team moving up in position or like a bubble team getting into a wild card position?
Well, it's quite possible because especially in the East, like Detroit is falling from grace. Like Detroit's falling out of the playoffs. Yeah, Detroit was one of the strongest teams starting, and they made some moves, and now they are finding themselves like barely in the playoffs with like Columbus taking their spot.
So they're an interesting one. They this season for them, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you'll agree with this analogy. This is reminiscent of last year's Rangers season.
Yeah.
That's what they strike me as. Like they're falling off a cliff pretty hard, the Red Wings.
But I mean, oh Jesus. The only thing I think, because you did bring up the Pacific, is the horrible thing is if you look at playoffs, if the league said the top 16 teams makes the playoffs, none of the Pacific teams make the playoffs.
And like it's actually very shocking. From like a hockey fan perspective, okay, let me just highlight the couple of things here that should catch anybody's eye. The Golden Knights have 31 wins through 68 games. Okay. Yeah. The Edmonton Oilers have 34 games, but for the Edmonton, they're a team that should be over 40, but they look like shit. No two ways about that. Those are the two big ones.
No one cares that they look like shit.
The Los Angeles Kings don't even have 30 wins.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Kings and the Golden Knights were we talked about them being legitimate threats in the playoffs last year. Now, one of them may not make the playoffs at all, if not both.
And the crazy part is now, I'm not going to rip on Las Vegas like this, but if they did not have as many overtime losses, San Jose could be where Vegas is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas has one more win. San Jose has one more win than them.
You know who the only
But
team?
you guys have a crap ton of OT losses.
Listen. The only team in the West, in all of the West, the only team with more overtime losses is the Los Angeles Knights
Kings.
or Kings. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, literally, it translates, right?
But there's a ton. Like Seattle's near 10. Minnesota's got 12. Dallas has got 10 overtime losses. Like, what I'm getting at is, I think the NHL needs to adapt something to get rid of these OTLs. I get that point matters, but let's do something else other than the OTL.
I feel like I don't know what is the best way to do that, but it definitely, like, adding that is like, why is it why is it a loss and then an overtime loss?
Yeah.
Like, why is it a separate thing?
Yeah.
Why, like, is it literally like they weight it differently, huh?
Yeah.
And
So is this what we consider like your overtime loss being in the shootout at the end loss?
and that's like, right? So, like, does it become like, is it referred to as a shootout, or is it like a golden goal? Like what?
Yeah.
Like, how does it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's why mathematically where Vegas is now. Vegas, if you take those and those OTs, right? Oh, those are OT wins, right? So yeah, you get a point for OT wins. So yeah, they have a lot of OT wins, but I mean, it's just like it should just be just 2 points. It should be. That's what I mean by this. Is like, if you win the OT, you get 2 points. It just goes to a win. If you take a loss, you take a loss. No matter where you win. So just break it down to wins and losses, and just keep it simple.
Yeah,
Whereas
no,
wins, losses, and then when you break down, go to head, and then break down by goals, for, goals against. It's the most simplest. We had that for what, 80 years in hockey, and then all of a sudden we bring in OT points to jockey the positions, but it really doesn't jockey it, because when these teams, like, say Vegas gets in, right? And I mean, granted, I say out of that OT, right? So that's 14 extra wins, right? Because they're all OT wins, right? That puts them at 45. That puts them at the top. That puts them at number 1. So
I don't. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So you win 14 times in overtime. Yeah, that's 14 or more wins. Like, it's not an OT thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's like it's classified as an OT loss. Like, it's a loss though, but it's like still. So it just changes your perspective on how a team looks. Because, like, you look at that team, they're 31, 23, and 14. So 14 losses. Okay. That puts them at 37 losses. So that's where you gauge them when you're looking at your ranking. Also.
Okay.
That's why I put Anaheim where I put them, is because of they only have 3 OT losses, right? So, like, they're still 37 and 30 in the overall in the season versus a team that's 30, 31 and 30, 37 overall.
Well, I mean, look, I guess here's the thing. It just, like, it's this simple to me, right? And before you just move on from this, I just don't understand, right? If a regular loss, if I lose a regular game and I don't, and there's no point, it just counts as 0 points.
Yeah.
But if I have an OT loss, I get 1 point.
Why
does that work like that?
Yeah. As I say,
It
gives it's the way they thought that like it would jockey the playoff positions by points.
Like, you
instead of just the wins, losses, goals for, goals against.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I feel like these, like, a team's
But what I was going for was when you notice it in the playoffs, these teams that get in because of they have a lot of OT losses, they're still not a playoff caliber team because they're still a below 500 team going against a well above 500 team. We have it in every other league. When NFL has an 8 and 9 team go in, they always get destroyed because it's just they're really not an above 500 team, and that's what the playoffs should be. Which should be a team that's valued at and above 500.
Yeah, man, you're a fucking you are right. You are right about that. There's no other way to say that. It's kind of interesting. It's like because look, if I was to right, it's losses and then overtime losses. If I put them together, right, the Golden Knights actually have they're a 31 and 37 team. They're a below 500 team.
Yeah.
But you're putting them in the playoffs because of that's I
Hmm.
don't. I'm writing to the NHL. This rule's terrible.
That's what I mean. You're putting Vegas in the playoffs at a below 500.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that one myself.
I might put the Kraken in the playoffs, so they're looking pretty good right now. Let me look at their record real quick.
The Kraken, if the Kraken get in the playoffs,
yeah, they are
watching
tied
hockey.
with the Kings and the Kings, the Sharks, and the Kraken are all like jockeying for that last spot.
Oh, they could potentially make the wild card spot, huh?
But you also got to watch out. Now I'm gonna say Winnipeg. Nice try, boys, but not this year. I don't think they got that push. But the Predators, who are only 2 points behind the Kraken, have a good chance too. So you have 4 teams going for that final spot.
Mm-hmm.
This season's a little surprising. Like,
definitely.
Oh, especially when you look at the East. The East is just crazy. When you talk about you have the
Panthers are
Sabres, you
awful.
have the Islanders. The
Islanders
Bruins
are
are
awesome.
barely making the playoffs. Montreal is a top dominant team. Like,
dude,
and there's no Panthers for the first time in 3 years.
Damn.
Yo, the Buffalo Sabres have 42 wins, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're only 2 points behind, basically, Carolina. So they're a game behind.
So Carolina's the points leader?
Yeah. Just because they're a game ahead.
Now I gotta look at the standings now.
Yeah, because Carolina has 19 losses, they have 20 losses. So like they have one loss left. Less. But they also have 1 win less, so they're a game behind.
Oh, Carolina, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, so like Buffalo and Carolina are gonna jockey for number 1, basically, at this moment.
Okay. As of right now, okay, yeah. I mean, look, that looks good. The Sabres are good again, man. That's crazy. I've been paying attention to the West so much, and then like I look at the East, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like the Sabres have been doing really. Like they've had a really good second half of the season.
Yeah, like but just look at this. Like 5 years ago, the Rangers are out, the Panthers are out, the Leafs are out, the Devils are out, the Capitals are out. Like from 5 years ago, like you would never thought that these teams would have been out of the playoffs.
Well, so if you look at the Metropolitan, right, from like early in the season to like from like last season to this season, it's like basically flipped over except for Carolina.
Yeah,
like the Devils, the Capitals, and the Rangers are all on the bottom now.
Yeah,
you know, like Flyers have been in the middle. Right, the Penguins and the Islanders are now on the top with Carolina.
Yeah.
Penguins have looked good recently.
And then you got Buffalo and Montreal could be 1-2 in the Atlantic.
Mm.
When does the NHL playoffs start?
14th.
The 14th of April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's soon.
Yeah. I mean, we're at 68, give or take. 66 to 68 games right now played out of 82.
Yep.
Yeah, 68, 69. Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah, so I mean, like, so some guys got a little break right now, but yeah, give or take, in the next 2 weeks it's gonna be like that. But what I tell people that like when you were looking at these standings, like say now, you can probably look back, but look back in November, like or say December, first week of December. Try to find like a standings then, compare it to now, and you'll see what I was talking about. Where like 80% of the teams that you thought were going to be playoff teams are always playoff teams, and then looking at that now, you're like, Jesus, you could see this months ago happening.
Dude.
It's always by the numbers. It's at least 80% of the teams that you see by December in the top in their respective positions. They'll move spots, but those same teams, those same 8 teams at each division, will ultimately like 6 of the eight teams will always make the playoffs. You'll
Well,
get
Mhm.
yeah.
two like wild cards,
A lot of
but
these
it's
teams,
decided in December.
no, you're right. A lot of the like, if we were to go back to our conversation, like it's not like the Golden Knights just started playing poorly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's not like if you look, it's not like the Rangers just suddenly like started to stink. Like
yeah.
the Rangers traded Kreider and they haven't been
Yeah,
right
like
since.
Colorado's always been that one, Dallas 2, Minnesota was 3 forever. Like it was
Yeah.
just like that. Anaheim, those guys were just flipping flopping positions all
Mhm.
season.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I would like to see the Kraken. I want to see the Kraken get into the playoffs just because I want to
Yep.
see.
Same.
I want to see Caleb root for playoff hockey.
Mhm.
I don't think
Yep.
he's ever had a
Definitely.
reason to do that
Hockey.
before, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be going crazy. Waiting. You've never seen me root for the Islanders in meaningful hockey. I have problems. Like oh,
I've been spoiled with Panthers hockey, dude. I never watched the NHL playoffs before the last few
dude,
years.
I
Yeah.
can't even believe like when I tell you I was just looking. So okay, if you're on ESPN, there's a thing you can click on called the NHL Playoff Watch, and what it does is it gives you the expanded look at like the teams and like how many games they have played, you know, what their positioning is going to be in the playoffs, what percentage they have of making the playoffs. And I looked at the Islanders and it said, where is it? Hold on. I want to make sure I read this correctly. Points 83, points pace 100.1, playoff chances 65.9%. And I was like, oh my God, we're really about to go to the playoffs. Oh,
Yep.
lose it. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait. Oh, I
The
can't.
unfortunate part right now is, and I feel bad for you on this one because I feel like Montreal has good enough teams to get through the first round. It's probably going to go through New York.
I think we'll beat them, but I have to think that.
But
Right?
here's the thing, though. Yeah, you like right now. If it started tomorrow, yeah, the Islanders are straight up playing the Canadians. But it can flip where the Canadians could take one more win or two more wins. They can flip Tampa down to you, and then you got Tampa first round.
I would rather the Canadians than Tampa.
Yeah, so that's what you got to worry about. It's like, do you get them or do you get, you know?
I don't know, but I'm excited. I know that I'm gonna be rooting for the Knicks and the Islanders in the playoffs at the same time.
Wait,
Like
what? The Islanders are a playoff team since when?
I am hoping. Just
Islanders are
saying.
good.
I'm
What?
hoping. Yeah, and I know it's a
I know they
disadvantage to
have
you, but I'm
Schaefer,
hoping that Montreal
what?
does jockey themselves up there enough where they can possibly play the Bruins, because I would love to see a Montreal Bruins playoff series.
The Bruins have been playing some good hockey. Honestly, the top of the East has been playing some really good hockey this season. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing the Stanley Cup because I want to see the winner of the East play the West. I feel like the West has gotten a lot of hype because of the way the Avs came out of the gate, but I feel like the East has been just more of a gritty kind of
Well, I mean,
conference all season.
statistically, it is. We've we got Tampa winning 2 and Florida winning 2 in the East in the last 6 years. So it's like only the Knights and the Avalanche are the only two teams that take it away from the East.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. There is so much so we just finished the World Baseball Classic, right? And then whatever. Obviously, for me, my fandom, I'm going to be lucky enough to have both my teams in, basketball and hockey in the playoffs. But then we have the World Cup coming up.
Yep. Definitely.
A lot of stuff going on this year.
Very
exciting. Very exciting.
March and October is awesome time for sports. It's just peak.
Well, that's always peak.
Yeah.
This year we're getting some other.
No,
peaks
yeah. There's a different type of hype around it. Yep.
Yeah, different type of hype around it. Yep.
Having the Winter Olympics, the World Baseball Classic, and the World Cup in the first half of the same year.
This has been the best March for sports for a while.
And then you guys get to experience double defeat Vince in the playoffs with the Knicks and the Islanders being knocked out as they're not going to win the Stanley Cup or the NBA championship, and you're going to watch Vince go from high to low all playoffs.
I mean, listen.
You had to.
I've seen him through the Yankee years too, so it's like Jesus.
All right.
This guy.
You know what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. You're right. You're probably right. But you know what? I don't know. We'll see.
You know what,
I'm sorry, was a Sox fan forever. I don't know what playoffs are. So
listen, I'm just happy. It's weird because I'm a New York guy, and so having meaningful hockey and football at the same time, or basketball at the same time for me is not an all the time
It's
thing.
not a normal, yeah.
It's not normal.
So I'm pretty excited for it, and hopefully the Yankees will start the season on a tear. So
I mean, they'll make the playoffs.
If that doesn't choke,
they'll make the playoffs.
What'd you say, Caleb?
If that doesn't choke, they're gonna be really good. If that doesn't choke
In the playoffs, yeah.
yeah.
and the season also regular season also.
I've already got it on the calendar. I go, okay, if the Islanders go out first round, the Knicks go out first round, and the Yankees go out first round, I'm gonna have it all on camera.
It's sick that you think like this, all right, bro? It's sick, all right? That's all I gotta say. Listen, you know what? This is a perfect time to end the conversation. That's all we got this week on Vinny's Corner. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. So for real, tomorrow, March Madness, the tournament begins. I know, Cove, you're going to have your show going on as well, right? On YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cove's going to have his show going on YouTube. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. You'll be able to find it on mine and his socials as well, if you are looking for that. Listen, we'll see what happens. Don't make fun of me. Who knows? I might even start showing up in the next month or so in an Islanders jersey. Who knows what happens?
Definitely.
Very
Is it
excited.
a golf polo?
What?
You said Islanders jersey. Are you sure it's not a golf polo?
Oh, dude. Listen, bro. You know what? I'm not a golf guy. I have golf hats. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And there will be a lot of mess to talk because we'll be in the middle of the March Madness tournament. You see my boy over here with the Oregon hat. Is Oregon in the tournament?
No, they're not.
No.
The girls are, but the men are not. The girls are in, but the men are not.
You had to throw Oregon in there.
I'll see you guys next week. Everybody have a good evening.
Yeah.
See ya.